Hello. In earlier videos, we discussed the various types of nouns like common noun, proper noun, collective noun, and abstract noun. In this video, we will discuss yet another classification of nouns, countable and uncountable nouns. We'll first take up countable nouns. Countable noun, as the name suggests, are nouns which can be counted like 1, 2, 3 and so on. Why can they be counted? Well, they can be counted because they are individual, separate units. So it is possible to see them clearly and count them. In such a case, when the nouns can be counted, the number can be 1 or more. That means the noun can be singular or plural. To identify whether they are 1 or more, we use what are called determiners or quantifiers. Let's first take up the case when the noun is singular. That means just 1 in number. In such a case, the determiners used are a or an and the. We will be learning determiners later, but a and an are called indefinite articles. The is called a definite article. Let's see some examples. I have a bat. Now first of all, you identify the noun. The noun here is bat. Now how many bats do I have? Just one. To represent that, you have used the determiner a. I have a bat. So that means only one. I have an umbrella. Here also the noun is singular, umbrella. And the determiner used is an. This is because umbrella starts with a vowel. Actually, it's a vowel sound, and that is why in that case we use an instead of a. The bat I bought is of good quality. Now, the noun here is bat. It is singular, and so we have used the determiner the. The is called the definite article because it is not just any bat. It is the bat I bought. So it's a specific bat. So we use the definite article the. Let's see some more examples. My friend gave me a gift. Now here we have two nouns, friend and gift, but then we are talking about gift, a gift. So it is one. I had an egg for breakfast. Egg, singular, has a vowel sound in the beginning. So we have an egg. The dress she wore to the party was stylish. We are talking about the dress, a particular dress. It's only one. So we are using the determiner the. Now this is in the case of singular nouns and positive sentences. Let's see what happens when the sentence is negative. We have learnt about positive and negative sentences earlier, but we'll just have a small repetition here. So in such a case, when the sentence is negative, the quantifiers used in the case of singular nouns, a or an and any. Let's use them in sentences. I don't have a suitcase. Now you can see the negative here, I don't, I do not. We had discussed this in negative sentences. We use no, not or never. So I don't is negative. Have a suitcase. Suitcase is the noun, and because it's only one, it's singular, so we use the determiner a suitcase. She is not wearing an anklet. So here not wearing, so it is negative. The sentence is negative. And the noun anklet, what is the determiner we have used? An, because anklet, a vowel sound. The team hasn't won any tournament this year. again it's a negative sentence, has not won, hasn't won. And tournament is singular, so we have used any tournament, has not won a single tournament, so only one. So we use the determiner any. Now let me tell you one thing, these rules about the quantifiers to be used, we don't really have to learn them by heart, but then if you have a reading habit and if you keep on reading good books and magazines and so on, it will just come automatically to you. You'll find it very easy. Now what happens when the noun is plural, more than one in number? So in this case the quantifiers are cardinal numbers, that means 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Or you can say few, many or some. So the quantifiers used are either the numbers themselves or you use the terms few, many or some. Some is actually used even with uncountables, but here we are talking about countables. Let's see some examples. I bought 2 gold bangles yesterday. The bangles are the nouns and the number has been specified. We have used the number here 2, more than 1. So 2 gold bangles. See another sentence. There are many mangoes on the trees. Mangoes, plural. And in such a case, the determiner used is many. There are many mangoes on the trees. There are a few notebooks on my study table. Notebooks, plural form, and we have used the determiner few. I have some sweets in my tiffin box. Sweets, plural form of the noun, and we have used the term some. So this is how we frame sentences when we are talking about countable nouns. And we either can, we can give the exact number 2, 3, 4, whatever, or we can use many or few as the case may be, or some. So these are the determiners that we use. Now what happens when we make negative sentences? When we make negative sentences and the noun is plural, we use the quantifier any. Let's see a sentence. There aren't any matches in the matchbox. There aren't. It is a negative sentence. Any matches in the matchbox. The power went off suddenly and we didn't have any candles with us. Candles. We didn't have any candles. Didn't is negative. Haven't have any candles with us. So in such cases, when the sentence is negative, we use the quantifier any. So these are the rules in relation to countable nouns. Now let us take up uncountable nouns. As the name suggests, uncountable nouns are those nouns which cannot be counted. Now, why is it that they cannot be counted? What is the problem? This is because they are not separate individual units. They are not separate. So if they are separate, you can count them. But they are not separate, they are not individual units. How do they exist? They exist in a condition or state which is not possible to count. So when they are not in a state where they can be counted, naturally they are called uncountables. So in such a case, what happens? They are treated as a whole. And if you try to separate them, if you try to divide them, or if you have portions, the portions can only be measured, they cannot be counted. Counted means 1, 2, 3, that is counting. Measurement is different. If you are measuring length, you can say 1 feet, or you can say 1 yard, or you can say 1 meter. That's a measurement. If you are weighing something, you can say so many grams or milligrams or kilograms. That is a measurement. But counting is cardinal number 1, 2, 3 and so on. Let us take some examples. Now, which are the nouns which cannot be counted? Obviously, things like abstract nouns. We have studied abstract nouns before in one of the earlier videos. So they are, qualities, softness, kindness. You can't count this. It's just not possible to count. They are things which you just, experience. You can't count them. You have material things like iron, steel, wood. You can't say 1 wood, 2 wood, 3 wood. No, you can't say that. You can have a piece of furniture, but you cannot count iron or steel or wood by itself. Similarly, you have liquids, water, milk, oil, paint. You can't say, I want 2 waters. There's nothing like that. So you can have a glass of water, you can have a bottle of water, but then that's a measurement. You can't have water as 1, 2 and 3. So these liquids are also uncountable. Similarly, air. You can't count gases or air. So all these things, because they cannot be counted and are treated as a whole, they are always singular in number. You cannot have a plural. You cannot have irons or steels or waters. There's nothing like that. They are always singular in number. So in such a case, the quantifiers used are some, much, how much, if you're asking a question, any, a lot of. These are the quantifiers used. They'll come automatically once you get used to language and you start talking or reading. They just come automatically. Let us see a few examples. There is some paint in the can. Now I mentioned here this is a positive sentence. You know it already. There is some paint. Now when you say paint, you can't count paint. So you are just saying some paint. So some is a word which can be used with uncountables as well as countables. Here we have used this in the case of uncountable. There wasn't any modern furniture in the shop. Now you can't say furnitures. I told you it is a singular form. So what do you say? There wasn't. It's a negative sentence again. Any modern furniture in the shop. How much sugar will you have in your tea? Now this is a question. When you are asking a question, what do you ask? How much? How much sugar will you have in your tea? Again there's a question. Is there a lot of water in ponds and lakes? Is there a lot of water? So again we are using a determiner. A lot of. Is there any oil in the lamp? Question. Any oil. Is there any oil in the lamp? Do you have some water to spare? Do you have some water? So again we are using the determiner some. So in the case of positive sentence, in the case of question, we have used some. And in different situations, we use either any, a lot of, or if you're asking a question, you ask how much. So this is how we frame sentences with uncountable nouns, which are always singular in number. Now that you have an understanding of the concept of countable and uncountable nouns, take a quick test on TeachYaar.com to revise what you have learned. To take the test, scan the QR code with your mobile device or click the link given below the video in the description section or the comment section. Subscribe to the TeachYaar YouTube channel for notifications. Just to inform you, the same content is available in Hindi.